Well, it seems Dakota and Felicity have gotten themselves into some trouble with the law. Yes, yesterday morning, the 14th, about 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, people have said it was at China's house, but that is just rumor. That is not confirmed. But regardless, about 10 o'clock, Dakota was arrested, and about 10 minutes after 10, Felicity was arrested. They were both arrested on the same charges, destruction of property and conspiracy. And they were both being held on a $500 bond. Now, we're trying to figure out, there's some speculation now. If you recall, they were living with a girl named Nisha before they went to live with China this time. When Nisha threw them out, Felicity apparently got angry and damaged two of this girl's TVs, two nice flat screen TVs. I mean, tore them up. They were not usable after that. The girl had posted a picture of them on Facebook, right? And I remember China Doll had made a video about it where she went to go pick them up from somewhere. They were hiding out somewhere, Dakota and Felicity. And Felicity comes running out to the car, crying, "It was my anger, it was my anger. I didn't know what to do with my anger." And then some man, we don't see in the background what happened, and Felicity says, "I'm in trouble with the police again." But we hadn't heard anything else until now. So there's speculation that perhaps that's what the destruction of property is going back to these TVs. Or some people are saying perhaps they damaged something at China's house. But again, that's rumor. We don't know for sure either way what was damaged. But if I had to guess, I would say it has to do with the two TVs that Felicity broke. But we'll see. I think as of now they are still in jail. I mean, I wonder if China's going to go get them out. Because, I mean, she's clearly making enough money off of them with her content. I mean, when she's getting some of these posts 20 million views compared to when they weren't on her page and she was only getting maybe 100,000 views. But there's also rumor, supposedly someone said that China Doll threw them out yesterday. So I don't know. And then there's also just this childish conflict brewing too about Felicity has a tattoo that says Dakota on it. It's on her arm. It says Dakota, and there's an arrow going through it, right? And it's not a good tattoo. You can tell it's not good, not professional. But the way it's sounding is either this Nisha did the tattoo or knew the person that did the tattoo on Felicity, something. But supposedly Felicity had told China that Nisha said don't tell her about the tattoo. And it's just a bunch of childish drama. But now here's where something very interesting now. This Crazy K, I called him Crazy D last time, sorry about this, Crazy K the rapper, if you want to look him up here on TikTok. He has made a video, and I think he posted it 2 days ago, where he's talking to Dakota and Felicity. And Dakota must have been smoking some green, and I kid you not, this is like a 10-minute video. Dakota was coughing for a good 8 minutes of it. I've never seen somebody cough so long like that. Not covering his mouth, no nothing. And it's weird. He doesn't answer when anybody, like this Crazy K, asks him something. Dakota, he looks at Felicity. He always looks at Felicity. When someone asks him a direct question, he looks to Felicity, and then she repeats it to him. And then usually she'll answer for him. I don't understand what's going on there. Why he can't talk for him? I'm not understanding. Is he hard of hearing? Maybe I don't know. But anyways, he asked them about Corkle, and Dakota had the audacity to say Corkle did nothing for them, and Felicity said, "Yeah, he didn't do anything for us. He wanted us. He was telling Dakota not to hang out with me and this and that." Of course not. Corkle did so much for them. I can only imagine the money he spent on Dakota. You know, he's seen Dakota out panhandling. That's how this all started. He kind of took him in. He bought him clothes. He bought him several pair of glasses because he kept breaking his glasses. And anybody that wears prescription glasses knows they are not cheap. I don't know how many phones he bought him because he kept breaking the cell phone. And Corkle kept replacing it. Corkle kept buying him food. Corkle got him a place to live, an apartment. The only reason Dakota still doesn't have that apartment is because of Felicity and her big mouth. But I mean, he was putting groceries in there. That man was supporting Dakota. He did a lot. So Dakota was foul for saying Corkle did nothing for him. But anyways, Felicity then starts talking about an incident with Dakota. She gets out these pieces of paper and she's telling Crazy K, well, don't tell anybody about this. Don't tell anybody about this. And he proceeds to put it here for all of us to see. It was a subpoena for a state witness, a witness for the state, one for her and one for Dakota. Supposedly, she says, they had been hanging out with this man, and this man gave them ice cream. I don't understand how, her stories are all over the place. Something about he gave them ice cream, and they stayed with him, went to his house or something. I think she said they stayed there for maybe a little bit. But then she was somewhere, and Dakota called her upset, and Dakota said this man raped him. And she shows the subpoena to Crazy K. And this man, it says his name on there. I'm not going to blast it. I mean, even though I should, because this man is on the offender registry. I believe it said in 1992 or something. He spent some time he's an SO. Let's just say that he's an offender. But supposedly, so I Googled the man's name. And it says Virginia and the county on this subpoena for the state witness. They were to go June 5th, okay? So, it's passed. I don't know. I couldn't find anything that happened. Anyways, there was all kinds of articles about this man. It said on May 27th that detectives were investigating because a witness came forward, a male claimed that he had been raped twice by this man. And they don't give the name, but that's Dakota. Because, she shows the paper with the man's name, and she tells him, look him up. He's on the offender list. And, he raped Dakota. And apparently, according to these articles that I Googled, it happened twice. And so Crazy K asked Dakota about it, and Dakota's, he touched me. Whatever happened was wrong. But they went to the police about it. But I don't know what happened after this June 5th. They were both called as a witness for the state. So, do with that what you will. But it's Crazy K the Rapper. If you want to go and check it out, you can see the subpoena. He shows the subpoena. It gives the man's name, all of that. You can try to go down that rabbit hole. It gives you Felicity's first and last name, and it's crazy, let me tell you. So anyways, what do you think about these two being in jail? Do you think China really did kick them out? And what do you think about this case with Dakota, saying he was raped twice by this man? This is crazy. You cannot make this stuff up. Let me know your thoughts.